Ladies and gentlemen, Canadian veteran of the 1st Special Service Force, Mr. Charles W. Mann.
Honorable sirs, madam, ladies and gentlemen of Canada and the United States, I'll start off by saying I was at one time an amateur politician. It will probably show today. At any rate, good afternoon, honorable members of the American and Canadian government, especially members of the Senate and House of Representatives. It is my sincere privilege to accept this prestigious award on behalf of the Canadian 1st Special Service Force World War II veterans, their family members, and the force members who are no longer with us. I acknowledge the presence of both Canadian and American military personnel. These are our historical modern Special Force members today. Please give them all the support that you can. It is an honor to address this audience, especially the World War II veterans and family members of the 1st Special Service Force here today on this occasion for the presentation of the Congressional Gold Medal to the veterans present and in memory of those who have gone on. In closing, I must say I am most honored and humbled. I thank you all for allowing me to speak on behalf of the force members present and force men who are no longer with us. May they rest in peace. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, American veteran of the 1st Special Service Force, Mr. Eugene Gutierrez, Jr.
It's great to be here, and it's great to be an American. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker of the House, Mr. John Boehner, distinguished members of Congress, my esteemed brothers of the 1st Special Service Force, family members, and guests. I would like to thank everyone who undertook this very important and noble assignment to honor and recognize the most versatile and effective World War II fighting unit from the USA and Canada. The 1st Special Service Force was activated July 1942 under the able command of Lieutenant Robert T. Frederick, who became a brigadier general at age 36 and the youngest major general at 37. Under his command and profound leadership, the 1st Special Service Force, composed of 900 men from the USA, 900 men from Canada, plus a service battalion of 800 members who provided support to the combat troops. The FSSF men captured between 30 to 35,000 enemy prisoners of war and a remarkable kill ratio of 25 enemies to 1 forceman. Since the first shot was fired on April 19, 1775, the beginning of our quest for independence and freedom, 1.3 million men and women have given their lives to safeguard America's freedom and to keep Old Glory waving high and proudly. One of the most important command components under the FSSF accomplishments on the battlefield was General Frederick's profound leadership. He stressed the importance that line officers should lead from the front as he did in many battles. He commanded with an iron fist and a velvet glove. General Frederick was wounded 8 times in combat. The following newspaper quotation is from the Helena, Montana Independent Record. The force never in all its service yielded an inch of ground nor left a battle with indecisive conclusion. The force won everything it fought for. I will now conclude my presentation by reading a prayer written by a soldier at the Anzio beachhead on or about May 23, 1944, prior to the beginning of the offensive battle to liberate Rome, Italy. Look, God, I have never spoken to you, but now I want to say, how do you do? You see, God, they told me you did not exist, and like a fool, I believe all this. Last night from a shell hole, I saw your sky and figured then they had told me a lie. Had I taken time to see things you made, I'd have known they weren't calling a spade a spade. I wonder, God, if you'd shake my hand. Somehow I feel you will understand. Funny, I had to come to see your face. Well, I guess there isn't too much time to say, but I'm sure glad, God, I met you today. I guess the 0 hour will soon be here, but I'm not afraid since I know you are near. There's a signal, I've got to go. I like you lots, I want you to know. Look now, this will be a horrible fight. Who knows, I may come to your house tonight. Though I wasn't friendly to you before, I wonder, God, if you wait at the door. Look, I'm crying, me, shedding tears. I wish I had known you this many years. Well, I have to go now, God. Goodbye. It's strange, since I met you, I'm not afraid to die. This prayer was found on the body of an American soldier killed in action on the beachhead at Anzio. This prayer has brought me many of the conditions I experienced. When I enlisted in the Army on August 5, 1941, and I was leaving home, my mother gave me a rosary, which I wore out during combat, plus 3 more additional ones. And guess what? They delivered. So, may God bless America, and may the immortal souls of all men killed in battle rest in peace. Amen. Thank you.